The parent company of Rockstar Games, Take-Two Interactive, and their CEO and chairman Strauss Zelnick has spoken out as he was asked a question on Grand Theft Auto 6, and I think it really doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on when the release is going to be, and that's going to be really 2024. So Strauss Zelnick does a handful of interviews, especially after Take-Two Interactive has their earnings calls, and he was actually on a CNBC television program, and he was being interviewed by a few of the hosts on there, and they specifically referenced when is the next Grand Theft Auto game going to be coming, and this is what Strauss Zelnick had to say.
And that's without regard to the strike.
Strauss, I mean, a lot of your investors, at least when I talk to them, they want, when's the ship date for Grand Theft Auto? That's the first question. So when is it?
So we leave the announcements about upcoming titles to our labels, and we have said we have a very robust pipeline of titles, and we have a great outlook for fiscal 25, where we've reiterated our belief that we'll generate about $8 billion in net bookings and over $1 billion in adjusted operating cash flow. So pretty exciting time, but we haven't spoken about the specific release schedule, and we have titles coming from all of our labels. Including great releases, we hope, coming from Zynga for mobile.
When it comes to GTA, there's a belief, I think, that it's had materially higher development costs, and so there's some question as to profitability. Ultimately, when you do ship, how do you answer that?
The Grand Theft Auto franchise is perhaps the most profitable franchise in the history of entertainment. We focus on costs, of course. We have a three-part strategy: be the most creative, be the most innovative, be the most efficient. So we're not cavalier about costs. However, undoubtedly a title like Grand Theft Auto will always be highly profitable.
So that little chuckle he had at the beginning is always interesting to me, and I don't know if he's just amused by these kind of questions that he keeps getting asked, and he obviously isn't going to specifically mention Grand Theft Auto 6, but he did say that not only does he leave it up to Rockstar, which they haven't done anything so far, but he is still confident in the fiscal 2025 year, which again is between March 2024 and April 2025, and he says that they're going to make $8 billion on top of $1 billion of just cash that they're going to have. That is only accomplishable with Grand Theft Auto 6. And he even tries to downplay that by saying, well, we've got other studios that are putting out games, and that's good and great and everything, but no other game is going to come close to getting you around $8 billion. It's just not simply possible. The only thing that's going to be able to do that is Grand Theft Auto 6. So again, I know we haven't heard the official announcement from Rockstar. There's still a lot of interesting dates that are going to be coming up really in the next month or so, but I would still feel confident in that 2024 to early 2025 timeline. And honestly, this kind of continues a pattern from Take-Two CEO and chairman Strauss Zelnick. Over the last couple of months, he has gone on several interviews and podcasts where he actively talks about Grand Theft Auto 6 without specifically saying GTA 6, but giving us more hope that it is going to be coming very, very soon, and also the quality of Grand Theft Auto 6 as well.
But last week, when you talked about your earnings and your guidance, you said that you're going to be looking at more than $8 billion in revenue next year for games, and that's 45% ahead of the midpoint of the street's estimates on things. That is huge, huge news, and it's got people speculating that you've got to have Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out.
So we've said that we're working on the next iteration of Grand Theft Auto, but Rockstar hasn't announced a release date yet. We've been working on this huge pipeline. We have 36 titles coming to market in fiscal 25 and 26, and we obviously have high expectations. And you're right, we typically don't talk about future years. We typically give guidance, and we try to go right down the middle. That's what we're supposed to do. In this instance, we wanted to give the street the transparency it's been asking for. So we basically gave an outlook for this fiscal year and subsequent too. And what's interesting is we have high expectations for fiscal 25, but we also expect sequential growth in fiscal 26.
I mean, you look at the stock jump, it was up more than 10%, more than 11%, I think. This is huge news because you have a lot of new properties that are coming out, but you're usually pretty conservative about new things that have not been out there in the past.
Generally, we like to have success before we talk about it.
So what makes you so sure this time?
We've been working on this pipeline for a long time, and we have a pretty good ability to predict the performance of new iterations of existing franchises.
Like Grand Theft Auto?
And we have 14 franchises that have each sold over 5 million units in an individual release. Titles like Red Dead and Borderlands, BioShock, Civilization, and many others.
I think that's a challenge that folks at Rockstar face every time there's a new iteration of Grand Theft Auto. It needs to be something you've never seen before on the one hand, and it needs to reflect the feeling that we have about Grand Theft Auto. That's a big challenge for the team. Now, Rockstar's answer is just seek perfection. Seek nothing short of perfection, and we'll get there.
As a lot of you already know by now, Rockstar Games is allegedly making some massive improvements to the core features of GTA 6 Online. Now, GTA 6 Online is arguably more important to Rockstar Games than even GTA 6 single player itself. Now, GTA 5 Online has been by far one of the most profitable parts of GTA 5 for Rockstar, so it is no surprise that they're putting in some major effort into GTA 6 Online as well. Now, so far, the news surrounding GTA 6 Online has been quite minimal until this week. This week, Rockstar made a surprise announcement which was not leaked or even talked about by anyone about them acquiring the top company that makes a modification for GTA 5 and Red Dead Online known as 5M and Red M respectively. These mods allow players to play on dedicated servers, and these dedicated servers can be made to be anything. So whether they're just mimicking a standard GTA 5 Online session, or they have many mods on them that allow cops and crooks and other game modes that aren't really accessible in the main GTA 5 Online server, these modifications for GTA 5 Online specifically are being powered by 5M. So Rockstar acquired the company, the team, the product, all of that good stuff, and according to Rockstar Games, by partnering with the team, they can help them find new ways to support this incredible player community and improve the services that they provide to their developers and players. According to Rockstar Games, they will be sharing more information in the weeks and months ahead. Now, this does not mean that Rockstar is going to reveal GTA 6 in the weeks or months ahead. I personally think it will be coming in the months ahead, but check out my video from yesterday where we went over that in a bit more detail. But according to Rockstar, they should be announcing at least something soon when it comes to this, so it's going to be interesting to see how all of this plays out. So what exactly does this mean for GTA 6 Online? Now, if everything goes through and Rockstar is able to implement everything like they want to, we're likely going to see some built-in functionality from 5M in GTA 6 Online. So things like being able to create servers with new modifications and adjustments, to joining custom servers that have these modifications and additions. I think a lot of players really want to customize their GTA experience, and this is the best way to do that. So the way that I see it is there will of course be the standard GTA 6 Online server, which most people are going to play on, but over time there is probably going to be a massive expansion of these third-party servers that allow for these special game modes and customizations. One of my favorite PC games, known as Rust, exclusively operates on this exact architecture, and it's been very successful, especially with those modded servers. So the idea isn't anything revolutionary, but I think the acquisition of the company that makes 5M already has these servers, already has a massive community, and already integrates with Rockstar's top 2 series. I honestly think it's a perfect match for both of the companies. Now, the details of the acquisition have not really been made public, at least at the moment. We don't know how many employees the company had, we don't know how much Rockstar bought them for, and also the actual details of what this is going to entail for both companies are still being kept quite quiet. Now, another thing worth noting is that Rockstar Games is not a company that acquires others just for the heck of it. Almost all the time, whenever Rockstar acquires another company, that means that they have serious plans to either integrate or partner with that company in the near future. So while it isn't 100% confirmed that we're going to see all of these awesome capabilities in GTA 6 Online, it is very likely going to happen based on the timing and announcement of everything.